Usually what a lot of black folks say in the South is if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Satin, and I'm back. And as you see, we're in the car. I got Babe over here. Baby girl. She's enamored by the sunroof right now. She just wants to look at the sky. So they're actually dropping me off right now to the airport. I'm headed to Washington, D.C. I'm going for the Congressional Black and Hispanic Caucus with M4MM, Minorities for Medical Marijuana. So yeah, I'm just heading into the airport. I figured I'd hop on and say what's up to y'all. And you know I'm gonna bring y'all along for some of my trip so you can see how it goes. But yeah, we're about to head into the airport right now, and I'll be back when I get to DC. I didn't get to film when I initially arrived in DC, but once we got there, we got straight to business. This was at the Black Professionals in Food and Agriculture Mixer. It was a great event, nice vibes, great people, and this was the start of our week. So as I stated, I went to Washington, D.C. with Minorities for Medical Marijuana. This is a quick little view of our Airbnb that we had. It was quite a few of us staying, and I was one of the last to arrive. So it's not perfectly put together, but it was a really nice spot, and we were there to just sleep here anyway. We were out during the day lobbying, speaking with members of Congress, and at the caucuses, notifying people of our policy recommendations, books that were prepared in collaboration with Banks and Company for cannabis regulation, recommendations that M4MM were putting forth. The other reason why we were in DC was actually for M4MM's diversity and cannabis experience, or D.I.C.E mixer, which was hosted at Lima Twist in the heart of DC. You see a little footage of us driving there here. And this year, our featured guest was Bakari, who is a CNN political commentator and also a New York Times bestseller. And we also honored the Honorable Tracy Davis, who is a Florida state senator, for her leadership and commitment to social equity and justice.
CBC. Do the work in your community. Raj, thank you. FMM, thank you.
Truly, thank you for helping us put this on. But we out here for the people. Let's get it done.
You know, one of the things we say down south, and you all you can steal it, but you know, usually what a lot of black folks say in the South is if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
Yeah, that's us. That's right.
And so we have to make sure that our leaders, particularly at CBC, understand the issue and understand its import. This isn't necessarily about just freeing low-level offenders from prison. This isn't just about our pocketbooks. This isn't just about the health benefits. This isn't just about the fact that we can actually expand your economic base and your tax-paying base in your cities and communities. It's about all of those things. Just at least build that relationship, so then when you have a conversation with them about the buckets of justice that cannabis represents, maybe they will listen to you.
Yeah, man, it's powerful. So powerful.
We have an empathy deficit in this country. I mean, I think we can diagnose the problem quite easily. Nobody really cares about the plight of other people. And people ask me, for example, whether or not it's crime in our own communities or whether or not it's state-sanctioned violence against. I was on a flight earlier today with felonious Floyd, with George's brother, or whether or not it's witnessing a black man with a knee on the back of his neck for 9 minutes actually crying out for his mother. You know, the commonality is that we really don't, in this country, give people the benefit of their, and when you think about it on a very fundamental level, when you don't give people the benefit of their humanity, they're allowed to treat you as less than. And we are very violent in the way that we miseducate, particularly black folk. We're very violent in the way that we don't provide health care. I mean, my wife nearly died while giving birth to our twins. The unique part about that story is there are probably other black women in this room who can either tell you that story was them or had a girlfriend or a line sister whose story that was them. And they will tell you that across socioeconomic platforms, black women are still 3 to 4 times more likely to die during childbirth than their white counterparts. The reason I say that is because there is a lot of hate, particularly in our political discourse. And my grandmother, you'll appreciate this, my grandmother once had a saying, you know, old people say stuff that don't make no sense. My grandmother once said that you can't fall off the floor. And it didn't make no sense to me until I was about 30 years into this thing we call life. And then I looked around at gay folk in this country, I looked at black folk, I looked at women in this country, Hispanic folk, immigrants, Muslims, and then I realized we all on the floor together.
That's true.
And I said the only way that you can get up, and this is when I'm not here yet, so this is purely aspiration. I began to think about this thing called love, which is weird. I know I'm not high, but I'm telling you how I think. And I would always tell folk that we cannot get up off the floor together unless we rededicate ourselves to this principle of loving our neighbors even when they don't love us. Now that's a damn hard concept, okay? That's why I said I'm not there yet. And when you think about this within our own community, a lot of it starts with loving ourselves. And so what we have to do in our own communities is begin to sit these folk down and say, look, instead of coming from a place of misunderstanding or despair or hate or ignorance, which a lot of it is I need you to come from a place of understanding and love.
Alright y'all, it's your girl and I'm back, and we are here in Washington D.C. at the Congressional Black and Hispanic Caucus. I'm here with minorities from medical marijuana. We got the team over here, and we are currently going into a panel on diversity in cannabis. I haven't really hopped on to say hello to everyone and chat it up, but we're having a great time. It is day 3. After the panel, we decided to grab some lunch, and we ended up going to a place called Sunvich, which was not far from the convention center, and it was great because they had some really good vegan options as well, and it was so good we actually ended up going back 2 days in a row. So if you are in Washington DC and looking for a great sandwich shop, they had non-vegan options as well, but if you're looking for a really good spot, I totally recommend Sunvich. What's up, y'all? So I'm here at the Congressional Black Caucus. This is our 3rd day here with minorities from medical marijuana, just walking around connecting with people. We're going to be attending some panels as well today. It's been a great experience and just looking forward to what else the day brings. We've had the ability to meet and connect with so many people who are doing amazing things in every space within this country, the government, and he's here again lobbying for marijuana reform. We're trying to get marijuana reclassified from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, but really looking to have it be Schedule 5 or totally declassified. I just want to let you know everything these days is textual. I just want to get sexual. So of course we had to go tour the exhibition hall, and there were so many different vendors, media outlets, and just different brands represented throughout the entire exhibition hall. I was able to connect with people from the National Kidney Foundation and put them in contact with my friend Rhodesia. If you guys watch my previous video, she is still looking for a kidney, so hopefully that will bring some leads for her as well. And while here, I was able to meet Taraji P. Henson. She was actually in the exhibition hall representing her nonprofit, the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation, which honors the legacy of her late father and encourages embracing ancestral roots, celebrating cultural heritage, and cultivating self-love.
But how do we know what joy is? We want to live in that joy that is our choice, that is our right. And so we definitely want to get you guys connected.
We attended several other roundtables and mixers, and it was just such an amazing experience. I felt like I left with a wealth of knowledge and resources just for anything that may come up. So if you ever have the opportunity to attend the caucuses, I totally recommend it. So this was just a quick little vlog. I wanted to share my experience at the CBC Congressional Black and CHC Congressional Hispanic Caucuses. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back real soon. Peace.